In this video, we're going to cover whether or not you can get a job right out of school in data analytics, or do you first need to get a job in digital marketing and then transition to data analytics? Which one is easier? Which one is possible? I'm doing this video because this was a key question asked in a coaching call, in one of my free coaching calls that I offer to people on my email newsletter. And in the call, we have a young man from Morocco who's trying to break into digital marketing and specifically data analytics, and he had this question. So I found this valuable enough to record an answer to share with the public as well. Now, in his case, he'd actually gone to school and he actually is ready for his first job, and he actually thinks that data analytics and becoming a data scientist or data analyst or something along that seems more appealing and exciting and just interesting to him than just digital marketing. But he's wondering, can you really break into this field on its own, or do you really need to get into digital marketing first? And he liked the fact that I was a digital marketing analyst, which is kind of like a subset of a data analyst that's much more focused on online marketing and tools related to that, because he kind of liked that hybrid. So that's the perspective I'm coming in as. I want to add that disclaimer because I'm sure there's going to be some disagreement. Some data analysts or people who just focused as data scientists may have a different understanding or different idea. So my answer is, like, if you want the role that I have, the job that I've had for over 3 years now, and then before that I worked 5 years in digital marketing, my specific role, which is more marketing tools focused, there is some standard data analyst stuff like writing in SQL and stuff like that. This role specifically, I would not have gotten if I didn't first build up my experience in a performance agency where I was doing a lot of digital marketing and standard stuff like Google ads, pay-per-click, Facebook ads, search engine optimization, SEO. Those skill sets and my exposure and experience over 5 years to those tools allowed me to get this job, because they asked me about my experience and wanted me to prove that I had experience with certain tools like Google Tag Manager, Google Analytics, and really show I knew my stuff with SEO, show I knew I had experience in certain industries like B2B. And that was something that I couldn't have gotten if I just tried to apply directly out of the gate. And especially my job, it's more of like it's a bit more of a senior job. They were looking for some experience, some skill sets in certain tools. I wouldn't have gotten that right out of school. Now, are there exceptions if you're going just a straight data analyst path? Is it possible? Yeah, potentially. So it depends where you're going. If you're just trying to become a straight data scientist or data analyst, then check out some of the YouTube gurus and other gurus who have that job title, and then look how they did it. And you'll find that it's a bit of a different path. They didn't start with digital marketing. Maybe some of them did, but they typically just set out to get certain skills in data science, maybe even getting a graduate degree in data analytics or something like that. Just follow their game plan, and then also really do your research. So yeah, you can use YouTube content and videos from other gurus, but also I think the best way, and the way that's been the most accurate, is actually find these people in your country, in your field, that have done it, and then ask them for informational interviews. So for me, I did a lot of testing and tweaking and networking through LinkedIn, and I sent a lot of messages, kind of kept shaping how I messaged them, and eventually found a cadence where maybe like 1 in every 20, 1 in every 15 people I reached out to on LinkedIn, where I offered to buy them a quick coffee and keep the conversation short, like 10, 15 minutes, or just speak over the phone, to just have an informational interview with people I actually admired or had the job title I wanted. So these are people who are where you want to be. You can find out from them exactly what's needed. And as I mentioned, this man, he is in a different country than me, Morocco. So there's different job opportunities there, different cultures. And so I can give my best guesses, but you're better off finding the closest source to the truth and then listening to them. And so, I recommended to him being like from a different country, to really look into the experiences, the networks, all these things that this specific place had that could give him a more accurate answer on what is needed. So that being said, for me being in a US based place with my role, I found it much easier to get the ball rolling by first getting a marketing job and then building off of that, using that as a stepping stone career to get more senior roles and more diverse specialized roles. And based off what he told me about his country, I recommended the same thing for him. He told me that there was a lot of marketing jobs and he had a hard time finding analytics jobs when he searched in his country. So that was an indicator that the job market is more skewed for first, let's just getting digital marketing jobs into the resume first and then get going. The first step is usually the hardest. Once you get that first job and second job and you can build that experience in the industry, people are much more willing to hire you. But like they're getting that first job where you don't have experience yet, that's really hard, and that's what you need to focus on. And so that's my recommendation. Of course, it really just depends. If you're just trying to become a straight data scientist and data analyst, as I've mentioned before numerous times, check out those other gurus and see what they did. Check out people who have done it, and you may find that like they just straight up off the gate studied the skills needed to be a data scientist or data analyst and then got that job first. So it just varies depending on your goals. I'm just coming from it as a marketing data analyst. If you like this video, like and subscribe, leave a comment requesting what you want me to talk about next, and join my free email newsletter because that's how you get free coaching calls like the one that spurred this video.